Itching life's ass. Ass itchers. Wriggling on the anus.
Good Jade's not here.
Yeah.
Oh my
secreting
God.
little juices that make your butt itch.
She'd be throwing up.
They are diabolical, really. Really.
Honestly, every time you describe it, it just gives me like flashbacks I never experienced.
That they wriggle around on the outside of your booty hole intentionally at nighttime, and they put this like little juicy stuff that makes it itch really bad. So then you itch and you spread them to the fucking world. Because you get pinworm nails, and then you touch someone, you make their food or something, and then
Did you have to like wear oven mitts?
No.
I would have had to do that.
I mean, the medicine takes care of everything.
That's fair.
So, but I mean, when I had them and I didn't know I had them, bro, I was scratching that hole.
Well, yeah, because it probably felt like you just like really didn't wipe good at all.
Right. Yeah. And when one person in the family gets it, they treat the whole family.
That makes sense.
So, it's a parasite. Worms. And that's our intro. Perfect.
Yeah, is that okay?
I don't care.
Okay.
I had pinworms.
I mean, you've literally said it before.
I was like...
And it's nothing... I mean, it's nothing to be
like
ashamed
10, 8...
Yeah. Like
12. I'm not sure. A little too old to have them, but a little still young.
I feel like a lot of people could get them. I heard you can get them from like just like meat.
Oh, you can get them from like anything.
Anything.
But then once you have them,
you can even get them from your pets.
Yeah, and you could give them to your pets.
Yeah.
Pinworm.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Dev.
And this is 2/3 of Functional Chaos. Duke didn't like that very much. Look at his judgy fucking face. Come here, Duke.
We got singing skills.
No? Okay. Sorry, Duke is gonna stay on his couch this episode.
He's waiting for Bean.
Yeah.
He knows.
Mm-hmm.
He knows.
Hey, guys!
Hold on, I'm gonna send her a picture of him.
I'm gonna put some of this lotion on. Because my hands are so Every time the seasons change, dude.
What flavor?
Is that a thing? Like
yes.
every single time the season, it doesn't matter what season it is, my hands like go through like some kind of molting period where they just start cracking and dry.
Going through changes.
Oh, I'm like 2 seasons behind that.
Is that
Big Mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think of now, but was that song around before?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. They didn't make I don't know.
I never know.
Snowberry and vanilla cream.
I never know if shows like create their own, or if I know their second show, it was created before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, off track.
Because anytime I sing that song, people go straight to Big Mouth, and I'm like, I feel like it was a song before.
It had to have been a song before. It sounds very classic, but also we know nothing.
I know nothing.
I absolutely know absolutely zero things. I'm actually a baby. I'm an infant, new to this world.
We're just girls.
We're just girls doing girls things.
Well, we're doing things.
We are doing stuffs and things. What if you had a store called Stuffs and Things?
I don't like it.
It's very smelly.
No, it's not the smell. It's the
I don't
texture.
like the smell.
It feels like cold, wet feet sweat.
Okay, well, that's not my experience, but ew.
Not having fun. It feels clammy.
Ew, Devin.
Oh, Devin.
Devin. Oh, gosh. Hey, guys. Happy Chaotic Monday.
Hey.
Or whatever day of the week it is.
I don't know what day it is. Where are we?
I mean, it comes out on Monday.
Today is Monday?
No, today is Wednesday, but it comes out on Monday. You fucking fug.
I just went through so much.
Bro, did you just have a crisis?
Light was flashing. I was like, did I dissociate through the whole fucking weekend? It's Monday?
No. Dude. She just had an existential crisis.
I really didn't know what day it was. I'm scared.
That's gonna be a clip on TikTok, I'm just gonna rewind it and show a playback of your panic.
Monday?
You're like, what?
Oh, happy Monday.
Chaotic Monday, y'all. Whatever day of the week it is. I hope you're having a jammin' pammin' day. What the fuck? What does that mean?
Jammin' pammin'. We don't like
oh
that.
my god.
Please don't make that a thing.
Guys, Jade's not here again.
Jay's not here.
She's not here. She's still
not
at the beachy weechy, but she's coming back soon, hopefully. I don't know. But she's vacationing.
Bitch.
Biatch.
Stupid ass bitch. Fucking vacationing.
You fucking vacation
You dumb
fuck.
bitch. I haven't had a vacation since 1993.
That's when you were fucking born.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, and then my existence started.
I know, and it's been hell. And I'm stuck.
I'd like to go back.
I'm stuck in this. Duke, what happened to your blanket there?
I'm so sorry.
Look at his blanket. Has it always been like that?
Yeah, there's like 5 holes in it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's why it's a dog blanket, because it's looks like it went through a wood chipper.
Why will he not
A really dull wood chipper.
He won't make eye contact.
I don't know, Duke, I think he's sad because Alex isn't here.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, he's a sad boy.
Sorry we can't be
We miss you,
Alex.
Jade.
We miss you, but...
And Duke doesn't want to be your substitute this episode, so... Wonder if he doesn't feel good. Duke, are you okay? Where's Jade?
Aww.
Oh, he's so excited. He just, like got up and sat and is, like, looking out the window. He loves Jade so fucking much. It is the cutest thing ever.
Not more than us.
Okay, it's my turn to pick an icebreaker. Do you have ice? I have no knife. Oh, I guess I do.
I don't. Good job.
Okay. Icebreaker time. Oh, I guess does this sound like ice?
Maybe if they didn't know. If they didn't,
Tell us in the comments below.
if they didn't see you shaking it, they might.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Ooh, that's cute. Okay. If you could have any fictional currency, what would it be and why? Interesting. Okay. Maybe not.
First, I need to figure out what fictional currencies I know.
I know, that's what I'm going
I'm
through my
like,
brain right now.
I don't know.
Like frugals and
I don't know any.
are doubloons? That's not real, right?
I think that's pirate thing.
I know, but that's not real.
No.
It's like a fictional thing.
Yeah.
Pirates were real.
I know, but I don't think they had doubloons.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's just movies and
I don't know.
fiction.
I
Does we dumb?
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so I think I'm only saying this, one, because it is the prettiest sounding currency. Also, it is the most current book that I'm reading. So I'm going to say the currency that's in the Stormlight archive books. They have these, like, how would they describe it is basically these, like, marbles that have, like, stormlight in them. And they're, like, they can have, like, sapphire or ruby. And, like, they're really, really bright. And they can be used as, like, basically flashlights. And, like, all these things. Like, they sound very fucking beautiful. And then also there's some people that can, like generate power from the stormlight in the marbles.
Whoa.
And so then they become, like, there's no more light in them. But then you can put them outside during a storm and they become pretty again. I don't know, but it sounds beautiful. And they're called... Fuck me. That's not what they're called. Can you look it up for me? Spheres. That's what it is. Spheres.
I'm that good.
That's my final answer, Carl.
Okay.
You're not Carl. You're Dev.
So, I don't have an answer.
What did they use in Lord of the Rings?
Nothing. Gold.
Is it just like silver, gold, and...
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What about...
The only thing I could think of was that one movie where they pay for everything with their time.
Ooh, that's
you know that?
cool. Yeah, I've
There's
seen
like
that.
a clock of when you're
was
gonna
that
die.
a Black Mirror or was that a?
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's like
but
called Limitless or something. I don't know.
I definitely
that might
know
not be what it's
about.
called. But anyway, so that's the only thing I could think of, and I don't want to do that at all.
No, that sounds horrifying.
I mean, yeah. So I fail. F.
So if you could come up with your own currency,
Titties.
just pay with titties.
I'll just show you a titty.
I mean, that's beautiful.
It's kind of a currency, though. Titty.
I am going to get good at this. I don't even know how to do it, but I'm going to figure it out. Hey, that was not bad.
They're not bad. Don't eat it, Duke.
Oh, yeah.
He said, that looks like a snack.
You look like a snack. That sounded like a fucking crow, did it not?
Okay, please hold. I have to do something.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I wish that trading and bartering was a thing.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Well, yeah, but that's like real. That used to be a thing. So.
I guess. Yeah, no, you're
fictional. Right. But yeah, like if I could, I'll make you a sweater if you mow my lawn.
Yeah.
That would be cool. It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Money is such a lie.
Do you think they still do that? Okay, this is gonna probably sound so ignorant. Amish people.
Yeah.
Do they use money or is it like a bartering thing?
I think it's bartering.
So I think it's still a thing in small communities like that. Like the Amish. Do
Amish people make money?
Because I feel like, don't we get things from Amish people? Like farming and stuff?
They do carpentry, construction. They have little retail shops. And
yeah, that's what I thought.
So I guess they get money. Ooh, the average income of an Amish family is $42,000 a year.
Well, they probably save a lot. On a lot.
Do Amish make a lot of money? They are indeed wealthy Amish people. Thank you, Google.
Okay.
It's like that.
That says, yes.
They are indeed wealthy people.
In regards to being Amish, yes, very rich.
Good job, guys.
Yay.
You got this.
Good for you. Honestly.
But the fact that, money is paper and metal and plastic, it's just mind-boggling.
Oh, we, when I've gotten older, realizing just how much was just fucking made up.
Dude, I go to the store and I hand you this little paper thing and you're like, cool, take all this stuff.
Yeah.
What? And people kill each other over it?
Yeah.
It's a piece of paper.
It's crazy.
It's a piece of paper and it keeps us
down. It keeps us down. It keeps us separated. It keeps us...
Paper.
Controlled.
People kill people over small pieces of paper, not even big numbers, little numbers.
Little numbers that are so average.
Like $500.
And just blow it way out of proportion.
What?
What? And then excuse it it's something else.
And then someone can write on a piece of paper and hand it to me, and I hand it to the bank, and then my bank account goes up.
And then all of a sudden,
theirs goes down, mine goes up.
I can pay for this
These numbers.
Oh my gosh!
On computers. What?
I saw this thing that literally almost sent me into a fucking spiral, and I don't need to get super we won't talk about this much longer. But this video, this girl was like, "Okay, so we go to work to make money.
Yeah.
But that check that we get is taxed, okay? And then we use that money to pay our bills, and our bills are taxed. That money we pay our bills on is taxed. And then on top of that, anything that we buy, like at the grocery store or get gas, unless you have no tax on gas in your state, or like literally anything that you buy is taxed. So it's like, I don't, like, do you understand what I'm saying?
And then at the end of the year, you pay your taxes.
You pay your taxes.
Or maybe you get a tiny bit back, but like, yeah, wild.
It's just like over half of your money is not actually your money.
Like, I pay my rent.
Yeah.
And then my landlord pays taxes on the money I paid him that I paid taxes on. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you have a certain amount of money, you have to, like, tell the government you have that certain amount of money. And then you're taxed on having that certain amount of money.
Right.
And I don't know, just like how she explained it blew my fucking mind. And I was like, everything is taxed. Basically, half of our, like, money is not our money.
Right.
Like, half is probably an exaggeration.
And we don't even know what it's, like, going to, unless you pay attention, which good for you, but I don't. And I don't know where it's going. Right. And I would prefer that it goes to places that, like, not benefit me.
Like, some of them do benefit
but, like,
you,
benefit the world that I live in.
Yeah.
And I should probably just pay more attention. But honestly, I don't even feel like I've been inside my body this entire month. I guess it's only the beginning of September. But
I was like, we're like,
no, girl,
4 days in.
I literally was talking to Trav today.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm really sorry. I don't feel like I've even been there for like 2 weeks. Like, I don't even know a single thing that you said to me.
You're like, any conversation we had
in my body
wasn't an actual conversation.
I'm not even here right now. Like, I'm not going to remember this.
Honestly, you see me, but I'm not. I'm like actually on the roof.
I'm literally so far deep into my head that
I was like, how do you feel dissociation? Do you feel it like you're outside of your body, or do you
It feels like everything is a dream, dude.
Ooh.
I don't feel like I exist. There's
See,
like no
scary.
physical connection to my body at all. So like, I'll look back and I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Like,
makes sense. Like, your brain's just like cutting off that ability.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Nada.
Nothing.
Not a fucking thing. Anyway, topic letter is V for virgin.
Vampires. I am a virgin.
I hate myself. I'm also a virgin.
Yep.
Such a virgin.
Never done it.
Most virgin.
We just
obviously
we pranked
we
you.
couldn't pull if we wanted.
Okay.
Okay.
That's rude.
So we're talking. What were we talking about? What are we talking about, Devin?
Apparently, how we can't pull. I don't know. I can pull.
I could pull.
Hey, we're talking about vampires. So,
Vampires.
You know, because they're hot.
Love vampires.
Do you? Would you let them bite you?
You know, during Twilight years, I actually thought about that question a lot. Like, for probably too long. I shouldn't have thought about it as long as I did. And I think I would, but I think I would get to a point where I would just let someone kill me eventually.
Okay.
I don't think I'd want to live forever.
Okay.
But, like, I'd like to live quite a long time.
Would you be a Twilight vampire and just eat animals?
No. I want to, like,
you
be
were
a bat.
Were thinking about it during. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like.
Oh, you want to be one that turns into a bat.
Of course. Oh, my God. Why wouldn't you want to change into an animal?
I
mean,
what?
And then you can fly, and you're a fucking bat.
That's pretty
The most badass avian. I don't know if it's avian, but the fucking flying creatures.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Best one ever. I wish that, you know, I love dinosaurs. I wish this sweater had bats instead.
Right, that'd be cute.
Right? I need one.
Wear it. I'm cold.
You're always cold at my house.
Well.
So here's the thing. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first? And what is happening?
I'm warming up.
How about you get
go.
a blanket?
Well, because my outfit's cute. Honey, grapes?
Got any grapes?
Till the very next day. Okay, you can go first because I'm cold.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
So, it's a group topic this week, which means that we are both going to talk about vampires, but we're going to talk about it a little bit differently. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Different.
mine is I looked at vampires in history. So, like, air quotes, vampires, like,
Air
you know.
quotes.
So,
Are we taking turns or are you just doing it all?
yeah, I was going to do turns.
Okay.
Turnsy, wornsy.
Checking.
Okay. So, the first one, her name is Mercy Brown.
Ooh.
She's from Rhode Island.
What? New York vampire?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Wait, what?
Rhode Island is...
Are you, what is that? What is your brain saying to you right now? What did you even say? I don't think you spoke
said
English.
Rhode Island and I said a New York vampire. Girl, I know that they're not.
Rhode Island. That's not New York.
I know.
I'm pretty sure, isn't New Jersey closer to Rhode Island than New York?
But
Girl,
I
what the
just,
fuck are you
went
talking about?
Over there. I just went over there. I didn't really have a concept of like where. I don't.
You are
live
gonna
there.
make so many East Coasters so angry right
I am sorry.
now. We lost all of our East
No,
Coasters.
I didn't think that Rhode Island was in New York. I just got lost and I just said words.
If it makes you guys feel better, she needs to use GPS to get to my store that's literally down the block. Because she just directions and her brain don't agree.
I need it for comfort. I know how to get there now.
No, you do
But
really
it's
good.
like if
but
there
if
was
you don't take the same
construction
route.
Or if somebody like ran me off the road and I had to turn or something, I need my GPS to be there to get me there. Because I've had it happen where like I'm driving somewhere.
Yeah.
And then like, oh,
there's a
surprise.
detour.
Yeah, and then I'm like, what?
And now you're like
And I
totally
can't pull over.
discombobulated.
Yeah, so I just set my GPS anywhere that I'm going. So then if anything happens, she could tell me. But then I yell at her because I'm like, I know where I'm going, bitch.
Yeah,
So.
she's like, shut up.
Okay, I think I'm warm.
Okay, Mercy Brown.
Marcy.
From Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, New York.
This, Rhode Island, New York. No.
Perfect.
So this happened in 1892.
Wow.
3 members of George Brown's family. I'm already boring her. 3 members of George Brown's family died of tuberculosis very close together. They all died.
Oh.
It was the mother whose name was Mary, and the 2 of the daughters, one of them named Mercy, and the other one named Mary Olive, I think.
Cute.
Which is so adorable, right? Yeah, Mary Olive. And so the Brown family was said to be cursed by the townspeople because after Mercy died, the son also started looking very sickly. There wasn't a ton of information about tuberculosis at this time. Like, they didn't really know what it was or what it did or how to, like, cure it, nonetheless. But he was, like, described as a really big, burly man, and he started looking very sickly right after Mercy died. And so the townspeople were saying that the Brown's family must be cursed.
Cursed.
They denied tuberculosis could be the cause of the son's, like, decline in health. They said that that's not possible. And they came to the conclusion that it must be one of the dead women feasting on the remains of the family.
Must be.
It has to be.
That's the only answer, guys.
They exhumed all 3 of the bodies.
No way.
The mother, and daughter, or the mother Mary. Her name, she wasn't Mother Mary. She is the mother, and her name was Mary. And the daughter, Mary Olive, they were both, like, basically just bones when they were exhumed.
Yikes.
But Mercy, Her body was perfectly preserved and said to have rosy cheeks, allegedly.
Excuse me?
Although experts say that makes sense based on it only had been 2 months since and the weather conditions at the time.
Okay.
And she was in a, like, above ground tomb.
Oh.
So, like, it makes sense that she wouldn't have been as decayed.
Yeah.
So, that's what experts say now. The townspeople defaulted to believe George Brown's family was cursed with a vampire.
Yeah.
Tuberculosis was not well understood at the time. I said that. They took out Mercy's heart and liver, which both had decomposed and clotted blood in them. And they burned the organs to kill the vampire and mixed the ashes with water and made George's son drink it to kill the curse.
No.
The son died a few months later. If you couldn't think about that. So.
By the way, trigger warning on this episode. There's going to be gross stuff.
Yeah, gross. Blood.
Gore.
Possible cannibalism.
Apparently eating organs.
Yeah.
Ashes of organs.
Ashes
That's
in
so
water.
gross.
Could you fucking imagine them being like, this will get rid of your illness?
And he was like, nom, 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 nom.
And he's like sick as fuck and like, okay, whatever. Yeah, no, he died a few months later of tuberculosis.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Right.
It was a vampire.
It was a vampire, obviously.
So-
Mercy. So Mercy Brown, she's one of the first known of the vampire crisis, is what they call it.
In New York.
And that was in Rhode Island. You fuck.
I'm just milking it now. I'm funny. My idiotness is funny.
So, what did you do with the topic, Devin?
Okay, so I took the topic and instead of talking about specific vampires, I'm just going to talk about things that different regions and areas thought about vampires.
I love that so much. I love this. This is the kind of shit that, like, gives me goosebumps.
So, legends of vampires have existed for millennia. Cultures such as the Mesopotamians, Hebrews, ancient Greeks, and Romans had tales of demonic entities and blood-drinking spirits. Okay, buddy.
Duke's trying to take the show away from us right now.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
He says, "Itch my butt.
Okay.
Get my ass."
Yeah. Now, can you go lay down?
Couch.
Duke, couch.
Good boy.
He
Thank
says,
you.
I don't fucking know what lay down means, bitch. Okay, my feet hurt. Bye. Legends. Legends of vampires have existed for millennia. Cultures such as the Mesopotamians, Hebrews, ancient Greeks, and Romans had tales of demonic entities and blood-drinking spirits, which are considered precursors to the modern vampires. Despite the occurrence of vampire-like creatures in these ancient civilizations, the folklore for the entity known today as a vampire originates almost exclusively from early 18th century Central Europe, particularly Transylvania. Whoa.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah. As verbal traditions of many ethnic groups of the region were recorded and published, in most cases vampires are revenants of evil beings, suicide victims, or witches, but can also be created by malevolent spirits possessing a corpse or a living person being bitten by a vampire themselves.
Yeah, that one is.
We all knew that.
Yeah, that one that's the most common.
Yeah. Belief in such legends became so rife that in some areas it caused mass hysteria and even public executions of people believed to be vampires.
Yeah.
So they don't really talk about the vampire burnings, which I don't know if that's how they did it, but like that's wild.
Yeah.
There
was vampire burnings.
I just made that up. I don't know.
I was like,
I'm saying like they had witch trials and witch burnings. Like they probably did the same thing for vampires.
Probably.
But probably they staked them. Because that was like one of the biggest.
Head off. Like yeah.
Okay, tales of the undead consuming the blood or flesh of living beings have been found in nearly every culture around the world.
Yeah.
Today, these entities are predominantly known as vampires, but in ancient times, the term vampire did not exist.
Yeah, I was reading about this.
Blood drinking and similar activities were attributed to demons or spirits who would eat flesh and drink blood. Even the devil was considered synonymous with the vampire. Synonymous?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes words don't sound right.
So, like, I was just thinking about that, and I was like, that happens to me, but I think it's an ADHD thing, and I think we're trying to predict the text, and if it's not a word we thought it was going to be, it kind of skips us up, because that's what happens to me, too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, anyway.
Almost every nation has associated... How many times is it going to say that?
Bro.
Blood drinking with some kind of relevant demon, ghoul, or...
What? What?
Almost every nation has associated blood drinking with some kind of revenant or demon, from the ghouls of Arabia to the goddess Sekhmet. If I said that wrong, please don't kill me. Of Egypt. I don't know how to speak Egyptian.
I know, but that's just like such a fucking wild reaction. Please don't kill me.
Indeed, some of these legends could have given rise to the European folklore, though they are not strictly considered vampires by historians when using today's definitions.
Europeans take everything from everyone, so I'm sure.
I mean...
So do we. Americans do too. We, like, literally came from Europeans, so we...
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read a couple of the areas, and you tell me which one you want to hear. So there's Mesopotamia, ancient Greece.
Is it Mesopotamia?
Girl, I don't know.
I thought it was Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia.
Is it not?
Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia.
Yeah, okay.
Girl.
I was like, is it Mesopotamia?
Ancient Greece. No, I'm just stupid. Ancient India. Medieval and early modern Europe. Albania. Greece. Iceland. Romania. Ireland and Scotland, Slavic and Turkish, Europe.
Let's do India.
India, in the eyes of an angel, fly away.
Only you, Devin.
Okay. And now I have to scroll quite a bit to find India. She's like, let me pick the one at the beginning.
Ooh. Why would you ask me to pick?
In India, tales of Vitalas, ghoul-like beings that inhabit corpses, are found in old Sanskrit folklore. Although most Vitala legends have been compiled in the big word, a prominent story in the other big word, these are like their books, or they've got to be some sort of like
important something.
Yeah.
Folklore books.
Yeah. Tells of King Vikra Maditya.
You're probably, hopefully close.
I might be. And I tried really hard.
I think you did fine.
And his nightly quest to capture an elusive vampire. The Batal, or what are they called? Vitalas is described as an undead creature who, like the bat, associated with modern day vampirism, hangs upside down on trees found on cremation grounds and cemeteries. Pisasha. I'm so sorry. Should we just do an episode of how bad I pronounce things? The
Just
return.
Your lips. You're like this. Ready? Are you ready?
I'm trying to
enunciate so hard.
The returned spirits of the evildoers, or those who died insane, also bear vampiric attributes. So if you died from being crazy, you're
gonna be a vampire. Holy fuck!
And that's all we got.
I would be a vampire when I die.
Yeah, that's what we got from ancient India.
Wow.
This is what they look like. You want to see?
Yes, please. Honestly,
like
that's so dope.
Hanging upside down.
I love it. honestly,
It's
great.
kind of cool. I'm screenshotting it. I'll send it to you.
Yes, please.
Screen-
I'll put it on the screen. It's interesting. So they're like ghouly people.
Yeah, and they haunt cemeteries
And
and
they
take
take over dead
demonic
bodies.
possessions of corpses. Here, I clicked on it, so now I have a little bit more.
Ooh.
The Vitala, this is like the definition of them.
Yeah.
So they're in Hindu mythology, and they are usually defined as a knowledgeable, so like fortune telling, paranormal entity said to be dwelling at charnel grounds. Reminated corpses are used as vehicles by these spirits for movement. A Vitala may possess and leave a dead body at will. They are hostile spirits of the dead trapped in the twilight zone between life and afterlife. These creatures can be repelled by the chanting of mantras. One can free them from their ghostly existence by performing their funerary rites. Being unaffected by the laws of space and time, they have an uncanny knowledge about the past, present, and future, and a deep insight into human nature. Therefore, many sorcerers seek to capture them and turn them into slaves.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, so that's all I'm gonna give you on
Well,
that.
if they want to turn them into slaves, no wonder they take over our fucking dead.
They don't say anything about like drinking blood or anything like that, so I think they just possess bodies,
And the bat thing.
walk,
Yeah.
and then hang upside down.
Yeah.
And haunt graveyards.
And haunt graveyards. That's probably what the whatever grounds.
Yeah,
That they were saying-
graveyards,
yeah.
That's just their way
Interesting.
of saying it. Sorry if you heard that.
Interesting.
Okay, your turn. Tell me about a vampire.
You ready?
Yeah.
So, this one's name is Richard Chase,
Oh, Richard.
aka Dracula Killer, aka the Vampire of Sacramento.
Okay, why'd you kill Dracula if you're a vampire?
Bro, why? Maybe he wanted to be the only vampire. There's towns not big enough for
I thought that their
tourists.
whole goal was like to make more.
You know, I wonder why would they want to make more? Because then if they make too many, then they're not gonna have
Yeah.
enough feed.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you think they'd want to keep their clan small?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's legit. That honestly just sounds like good business. I'm just saying. Anyway, Richard Chase was a serial killer obsessed with blood. He killed at least 6 people
Ew.
in the 1970s. He was a very disturbed child. He started setting fires and being violent and cruel to animals. You know, the usual sociopathic stuff. When he grew up, he became delusional that his heart had stopped beating and he was like he was a walking dead person. He was like I'm a walking dead person.
As that happens.
Yeah, because that's the thing. He was hospitalized after trying to inject himself with rabbit blood.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. Didn't look into that. Should have, but didn't.
Poor bunny.
When he was in the hospital, other patients reported to allegedly seeing him drinking blood from birds he would catch
Okay.
and then eating the bird.
Okay.
Yes. He was released in 1976 and his thirst for humans began.
Okay.
I hate that I wrote it like that. I apologize. December 29th, 1977, he killed his first known victim, Ambrose Griffin. He was shot while unloading groceries with his wife.
Vampires don't shoot people.
Well, just wait. January 23rd, so just like barely, almost a month later, 1978, he shot Teresa Wallen after entering her home through an unlocked door, and then he stabbed her, drank her blood, and allegedly he used a yogurt cup to drink it from.
I don't want to be here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why did you do that? You just did you eat the yogurt first?
That's what I was wondering. Did he
Did
see
you go
yogurt
in her
and,
garbage and you found an empty yogurt?
or was she eating yogurt?
What did you
What
do
if she
that
was
for?
eating yogurt?
I can never have yogurt again.
Right, I can't. Nothing that's red or pink.
I will throw
I
up.
apologize. We
That's
warned you.
So gross.
Kind of.
I'm gonna get a blanket.
Then, 4 days after that, he killed 4 more people at once through another person's unlocked door. Why are people leaving their fucking doors unlocked? I know this was the 70s, but what the fuck?
I don't care. If I was in the 70s, I wouldn't.
Through an unlocked door. Evelyn Miroth and her son, her 6-year-old son, Jason, were killed, along with her 22-month-old nephew, David Ferreira.
What?
And Evelyn's friend, Daniel Meredith.
Why would you kill the babies?
Oh, just fucking wait.
Not the babies.
You have been warned.
No.
Evelyn's organs were removed. He filled them with blood and then took them home, allegedly.
What? A little thermos.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What the fuck?
It's like little food container, like a little to-go cup.
Your fucking liver.
Like in a little doggy bag.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, so after that last murder, the police found him pretty quickly. But when they showed up to his apartment just to, like, talk to him, there was blood literally everywhere. All over the floor, the walls, the sink, silverware, like, everywhere. He had been consuming blood for a very, very long time. He was convicted of first-degree murder, and he died of suicide December 26, 1980. And I want to point out that was almost 3 years to the date of his first murder.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Was that having a medical effect on him? Like, I feel like drinking people's blood is going to make you sick.
I feel like it's not good for you.
Honey.
I don't know. Like, I don't like to judge, but, like,
have done that.
you shouldn't do that.
I don't like that.
That's horrid.
We're not friends.
Buddy, not friends. Bad guy. Guy. But yeah, that's the Vampire of Sacramento, also known as the Dracula Killer.
Why?
Bro.
Okay.
Brett.
Oh, the Dracula Killer. He is Dracula. I get
and
it.
he is a killer.
I thought he killed Dracula. I
knew what you thought.
Okay, well, so do you want me to do another place, or do you want me to do my other article? It would probably make more sense to do another place.
Yeah, let's do another place. You pick this time. I
like medieval shit, so we're going medieval with this.
Let's do it.
The 12th century English historians and chroniclers. Yeah. Walter Map and William of Newburgh recorded accounts of revenants through records. I do make weird faces.
You do. You're like trying to enunciate, like you don't, like you're trying to like sound out the word, but you know the word.
I need to go home.
Sorry.
Walter Map and William of Newburgh recorded accounts of revenants.
Don't cover your mouth. I can't even understand anything you're saying now.
I don't want you to see my mouth. Okay. Through records and English legends of vampiric beings after this date are scant, though not through. Okay. These tales are similar to the later folklore widely reported from southeastern Europe and Transylvania in the 18th century, which were the basis of the vampire legend that later entered Germany and England, where they were subsequently embellished and popularized. Yeah, that's right. Embellished, bitch.
Embellished.
During this time in the 18th century, there was a frenzy of vampire sightings in southeastern Europe and Transylvania, with frequent stalkings and grave diggings taking place to identify and kill the potential revenants. Even government officials were compelled into the hunting and staking. I said stalking, guys.
Stalking.
I said stalking. I imagined an L. Staking. Everything that said stalking is staking, okay? We're not going back. Hunting and staking of vampires. Despite being called the Age of Enlightenment, during which most folkloric legends were quelled. Do you guys hate
I'm literally listening.
I can't read. The belief in vampires increased dramatically, resulting in what could only be called a mass hysteria throughout most of Europe. The panic began with an outbreak of alleged vampire attacks in East Prussia in 1721.
Sorry.
And in Habsburg monarchy from 1725 to 1734, which spread to other locations. Two famous vampire cases, which were the first to be officially recorded, involved the corpses of Peter Blagojevic and Arnold Pale from Serbia.
Okay.
Blagojevic was reported to have died at the age of 62, but allegedly returned. You didn't have either of these.
No.
Okay, allegedly returned after his death asking his son for food. When the son refused, he was found dead the following day.
Oh, fuck.
Blagojevic, why did they do that? Soon supposedly returned and attacked some neighbors who died from loss of blood. In the second case, Arnold Pale, an ex-soldier turned farmer who allegedly was attacked by a vampire years before, died while haying.
Is that supposed to be hanging? Or is
It's a farm thing, like
okay? Oh,
collecting
like doing
hay.
the hay.
Yeah.
Okay.
After his death, I had to click on it.
Okay.
People began to die in the surrounding area, and it was widely believed that Pale had returned to prey on the neighbors. The two incidents were well documented. Government officials examined the bodies, wrote case reports, and published books throughout Europe. The hysteria, which is commonly referred to as the 18th century vampire controversy, raged for a generation. The problem was exasperated, ooh, I like that word, by rural epidemics of so-claimed vampire attacks, undoubtedly caused by the higher amount of superstition that was present in village communities, with locals digging up bodies and in some cases staking them.
You know, just kids will be kids.
Just digging them up and staking them.
Digging, making sure.
Although many scholars reported during this period that vampires did not exist and attributed reports to premature burial or rabies, superstitious beliefs continued to increase. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I hate that. Premature burials was one of the things
No,
they
thank you. I
attributed.
don't want to do thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. No, thank you.
Dom.
Absolutely the fuck don't do that to me. Thank you forever. No, thank you.
Yeah. Can you imagine though? Like
No.
you're just trying to get out because you weren't actually dead.
No.
And they're like, "Oh, we're going to stake you."
No.
Crazy.
No.
Dom Augustin Calmet, a well-respected French theologian and scholar, put together a comprehensive treatise.
Treaty?
I don't know what this word is. Treatise. Treatise? Treatise?
Treaties.
Okay, whatever.
I think.
I don't know, bitch. A comprehensive treatise? That sounds dumb. In 1740, I'm sorry, you guys don't want me on this anymore.
Oh my god.
They're like, can you finish your goddamn fucking sentence? We can't listen to you talk anymore.
You're making that up because I'm the only one here.
No, they're here. They're listening to us.
They are listening in the
and
future.
we're hurting them. I'm sorry.
They can turn us off if we're hurting them, but
I'm
don't,
sorry.
Please don't do that.
Okay, he was a well-respected French theologian and scholar, put together a comprehensive treatise in 1746, which was ambiguous concerning the existence of vampires. Calmet amassed reports of vampire incidents, numerous readers, including both a critical Voltaire and a supportive demonologist, Jesus Christ, interpreted the treatise as claiming that vampires existed.
Okay.
So
someone said it's not real, and the other one's like, they're real.
they exist. Here's this.
Here's your book.
Here it is.
Here's proof.
It's real.
Yay.
The controversy only ceased when Empress Maria Theresa of Austria sent her personal physician Jared Van Swieten to investigate the claims of vampiric entities. He concluded that vampires did not exist, and the Empress passed laws prohibiting the opening of graves and desecration of bodies, sounding the end of the vampire epidemic. Despite the...
My fucking God.
It's crazy. Despite the condemnation, the vampires lived on in artistic works and in local superstitions.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, guys, it's not real. We gotta stop doing this, please.
Like, come on, guys. Hello. It doesn't say when that was.
Get with the times.
It doesn't say, like, what year.
Mm.
But, good job, girl.
Wow. Good job.
Please stop digging people up and
Yeah, please, we gotta
them.
stop digging people up and staking them, guys.
That's wild. Wild behavior.
Can you imagine that being part of just, like, your day-to-day? That's, like, something they have to come up with a law about.
Right. It's wild.
Oh, do you have any more?
I mean, I do, but, like, I was gonna let you go ahead.
Okay. My next one is from Hanover, Germany. So we're still in Europe. Name is Fritz Haarmann, I think. Known as the Vampire of Hanover. He's a serial killer from Hanover, Germany from 1918 to 1924. He targeted at least 24 young boys and men.
Whoa.
He would bite the victim through their windpipe. Yeah.
Please don't do that.
He bit his victims through the windpipe. Haarmann called it his love bite.
No. No.
He, air quotes, hunted at Hanover's train stations around the city. And his, like, main target was, like, teenage runaways from post-war hardships. And he would, like, lure them back to his apartment with promises of food and maybe a night to sleep, stuff like that. But as soon as he would feed them, like, after the stranger would, like, get a belly full of food, he would either strangle them or bite their windpipe to kill them. Trigger warning. He would sexually molest the bodies and dismember them and then dump them in, most of them he dumped in the nearby Lean River. But also he would grind them up, some of the meat, and then he would sell it as pork. Mm-hmm. He did.
No.
Yeah, he did. May 1924, children were playing around the, like edge of the Lean River, and they found skulls and a skull and some, like, human bones.
Do you know how often as a child I thought that
I was so scared.
Skull?
I was so scared I was gonna, like, just run into a random body.
I literally, my whole childhood thought I was just gonna find a body. Like, why did...
Literally, okay, so you know how, like, it's, like, always a jogger that finds the fucking body? So I would go on runs with my mom on my bicycle, and do you know how terrified I was?
Yeah.
That we would fucking find a body?
Dude, just, like, walking through the woods, and I'm like, is this the day that I'm gonna see a dead person?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So then there was an investigation, and they ended up finding over a dozen set of bones in the river. Haarmann was suspected pretty quickly because people saw him attacking a boy at a train station once. And when the police visited his apartment, it was laced with blood everywhere. The walls, the carpet, just like the last guy. And some of the belongings of the victims were still in his apartment. He confessed almost immediately, completely, and claimed he killed 70 young men and boys, but was only found guilty of 24 of those 70 he claimed. Ugh. He was sentenced to death by guillotine in 1925 at Hanover Prison, and his last words were, "I repent, but I do not fear death." Ugh, how fucking original. You're such a cliche. But isn't that fucking disgusting? Like, how the article described it is they were like, he's not a typical vampire that, like, drinks blood, but he does bite them.
Is that how they died?
Yes. Right? Right? Yeah.
I don't like that.
I hate it.
I don't like him.
I fucking hate it.
I really don't like him.
Guillotine.
That's pretty fucking brutal.
Right?
Yeah.
1925.
Beheaded.
1925. Still using guillotine in Germany. I mean, damn. Classy.
All right, we're moving to Ireland.
Ireland!
Ireland and Scotland. The Milligan.
Milligan?
Milligan. M-A-L-I-G-N.
Milligan.
Mulligan.
Okay.
Mulligan.
If you say so.
And succubus, like, why do they do this?
What?
Like, they just have to throw in every hard word. Bayabahan Sith. Right? Like, that's not real. Well, it's just like, it's like all these places and stuff, and no one cares what the words are.
I think some do.
The Milligan and succubus, like Baban Sith from the Scottish Highlands and the Leahan She and the Isle of Man, Scotland and Ireland, are two fairy spirits with decidedly vampiric tendencies.
That's beautiful. Isn't it talking about two places that are vampiric fairy spirits?
Two different, like, spirits that live in those areas.
That's so fucking cute.
Further Irish myths, alone or in combination, may have provided inspiration for Irish author Sheridan Le Fanu and Bram Stoker. Okay. You're just going to tell me about these things or not? Okay. We're going to talk about the Beobahan Sith. Okay. Which is not how you say that. It's a female fairy in the folklore of the Scottish Highlands, though they also share certain characteristics in common with the succubus.
Okay.
They appear as a beautiful woman who seduces their victim before attacking them and killing them. Yeah. According to the Scottish folklorist Donald Alexander Mackenzie, the Babahan Sith usually appears as a beautiful young woman wearing a long green dress that conceals the deer hoofs she has instead of feet.
Hot.
She may also take the form of a hooded crow or raven. Bro, I love these. Whatever the fuck these are.
I love this so much.
There are numerous stories about them with a general theme of hunters being attacked in the wilderness at night. Fuck yeah. In one tale recorded by Mackenzie, there were 4 men who were hunting and took shelter for the night in a lonely shieling or hut. One of the men supplied vocal music while the others began dancing. The men expressed a desire for partners to dance with, and soon after that 4 women entered the hut. 3 of them danced while the 4th sat beside the vocalist. He then noticed drops of blood falling from his companions and fled from the hut, taking refuge among the horses. His partner chased him but was unable to catch him, and when daylight came, she disappeared. The man went back inside and found all 3 of his friends dead and drained of blood. The folklorist Catherine Briggs suggested that the Bobahan Sith was unable to catch the 4th man among the horses because of the iron with which the horses were shod. Iron being a traditional fairy vulnerability.
Jesus.
I love this.
That was cool. That sounded like some fucking fantasy.
But wait, there's
shit.
more. In a similar tale, one of the men noticed that the woman had deer hoofs instead of feet and fled from them. He returned the next morning to find that the other hunters had their throats cut and chests laid open.
Oof.
In a third story, the hunters took refuge in a cave. Each of the men said he wished his own sweetheart were there. that night, but one of them, named McPhee, who was accompanied by his black dog, said he preferred his wife to remain at home. At that moment, a group of young women entered the cave, and the men who had wished for their sweethearts were killed. McAfee was protected by his dog, who drove the women from the cave. One reoccurring motif in these stories is that the Bobayan Sith appear almost immediately after the hunters express their desire for female companionship. This is connected with a traditional Scottish belief that if one were to make a wish at night without also invoking God's protection, then that wish would be granted in some terrible manner.
Well, fuck.
I love it. Haha, it's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys might have just seen Jade for like a quick little peep if you're watching.
Peep.
She came back from vacation, but she told us we could say this. She's currently dealing with a dumpster fire in her life right now. She loves you guys, and she will be back at some point, but she won't be back for a little bit. So if you could just give her some love on our social media sites, that would be
give her some money.
Her
love language is dollar bills. Thank you.
That is also
her Cash App is on her Insta. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll plug all that shit at the end.
Never mind, but it could be.
It might be. Okay. Anyway, back to vampires.
Scary.
Okay, I only have 2 left. And this is my last, whatever. Anyway, so this one is I can't speak anything anymore. Elizabeth Bathory,
Bathroom,
a.k.a. the Blood Countess.
Ooh.
Isn't that a cute name?
Sorry.
What are you doing? Stop being distracted by her.
I'm so distracted.
I know.
Okay. The Blood Countess.
The Blood Countess.
Kind of hot.
Right? So allegedly, she would bathe in her victim's blood to maintain youth.
I love her.
So she didn't drink blood or
That's good.
Anything like that.
I think this is really fucked up. It's okay.
Okay.
Can you still hear me?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. She was also obsessed with violence due to her nature for torture between 1590 and 1670.
As one should be.
That is 80 years. I can math. Victims by the hundreds, they said. And it was mostly young women and girls.
Because they got the young blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, I'm not going to go there.
No, there is some kind of something about in the beauty industry that if you put the microderm needle on your face and then you put blood on it, oh no, there's a treatment where you put blood on your face and it's just plasma. And it, is supposed to soak back into your skin and, regenerate youth.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad rumors about the beauty industry and blood and baby fetuses and stuff like that.
Baby fetuses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Using, the
I've
cells
heard,
and
placentas.
Stuff. Yeah.
But not the fetus itself. Anyway. It said that she had a lair at her Katice Castle, which is in present day Slovakia.
Ooh.
At first she was killing servant girls, and then she began kidnapping locals.
Nice.
Rumors say that she burned, froze, beat, and mutilated them with scissors. She'd cover them in honey and let bugs feast on their flesh. She would sew their lips shut and put sewing needles under their fingernails.
No.
So.
That hurts.
There was a investigator named, and I am definitely not going to fucking get this right, Georgi Theroso.
Mm-hmm.
He claimed he was investigating claims against Elizabeth. He interviewed 300 witnesses, allegedly, who attested to atrocities that were absolutely unspeakable that she had done. Some claimed that she was a vampire, while others said that she had sex with the devil. She was charged with murder of 80 girls. However, some say it could be as many as 650 victims. She was under house arrest until her death in 1614. And rumors say she never did any, so there's all that, right? So she did all that. Crazy torture, like crazy lady.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying crazy, I'm sorry. But there are rumors that say that King Matthias II, he's the one who sent the investigator to investigate Elizabeth, and it came to turn out that the king owed her a shit ton of money, and it's rumored that he sent the investigator to just, like, get her out of his hair, and she actually didn't do any of it.
Wow.
So, what really happened, Elizabeth, we will never know.
I like to think that she bathed in blood.
Right, that sounds so sexy, but
Pretty
also
cool.
horrifying.
So has anybody
wow.
seen Hostel?
I have seen
my favorite
a long
spoiler,
time
spoiler,
ago.
spoiler, spoiler, spoiler,
It's
spoiler,
such an
spoiler,
old movie.
Spoiler though. The second Hostel 2.
The fucking best one,
There's
if
a
I
baddie
say.
bitch, and so she buys somebody,
Yeah.
and she gets in a bath, and the girl is like hanging up above her, and she has a scythe, and she just slits her, and all the blood falls all over her while she's in the bath, and they're both naked, and top tier movie.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A scythe.
It is a very good movie, though. If you like
fucking scythe.
scythe,
Like, that's wild.
it's a really good weapon.
Huh? Gore porn.
Gore porn.
Gore porn.
Gore porn.
I didn't know that was a thing, and now I like it. Okay,
She's gonna look it up later.
here's my last little bit.
Okay, tell me.
Little titty bit.
Titty bit.
Yeah, the horrors of history vampires. Okay, this is an article from Ashland's Community and Technical College.
Oh, wow.
We love it.
Where's Ashland?
It's like a blog. I don't know.
Okay,
It could be
cool.
Ashland, Oregon. That's a place.
Oh, yes. I thought I'd heard it before.
This is by Coy Hall. Today we begin a series on the horrors of history in which we'll unearth some of the more bizarre aspects of our past. I'm not going to read that part.
Okay.
No. This gentleman has very good way with words.
Sounds like it.
The concept of the vampire as an undead creature inflicting harm originated in Eastern Europe, specifically in Bulgaria, 1,000 years ago. Make no mistake, this was a legend isolated among the Slavic people. It was not widespread or well known. I don't believe you, sir.
Wow.
As a word, vampire translates roughly as ghost monster. And that label gives insight about these early beliefs.
I mean, that makes sense.
I just want to go to the part that I
honestly.
wanted to read you.
Duke is freaking out.
Where's the part that I saw that is the reason I saved this article? Okay. To the people of the time, blood consumption made the vampire more believable, more corporeal than incorporeal, more scientific than supernatural. Westerners were moving past the age of superstition. Witchcraft was decriminalized in Britain and its colonies in 1735. What? So intellectuals of the time, when confronted with vampiric testimonies, conceived vampirism as a disease rather than supernatural occurrence.
Oh, yes, it's like the witch trials, but for vampires.
But no, they
essentially.
turned it into a disease instead because they didn't want to have that happen again.
Okay.
So they were calling it a disease.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying that because the witch trials, like, most of it was because of disease. So
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fascinating that intellectuals didn't dismiss the legend entirely. Rather, intellectuals sought to explain the phenomenon in terms of science.
Which makes sense, and that's how you should
Right.
do most things in
Right.
life, right?
But they were very wrong.
But that wasn't right. But,
Yeah.
like, they tried to take
They tried.
initiative.
In the 1700s, human blood was believed to possess medicinal qualities.
It still
and
does.
it was widely consumed as medicine throughout Europe and the Americas by people at all levels of society. Today's historians call this medical cannibalism. Blood was cheap in cost due to the common use of bloodletting as a physician's tool.
Ugh.
Blood was, yeah, this
I
is a
hate
gross
this
episode.
verbiage just like so much right now.
Yeah. Blood was believed to be the vessel of the human soul, and by imbibing blood on imbibed life, that's a word, I think. What better medicine than a liquid with the residue of the human soul inside? Human blood was prescribed for everything from epilepsy to failing eyesight in the 1700s.
What the fuck?
The vampire of the West, therefore, was medically savvy, and the dead creature, it came to be believed, consumed blood to restore their life.
Honestly, it kind of just like back then sounds like there was a bunch of Kayleys running around thinking that they know what they're talking about, and actually like everything's just like pulled out of their ass. Because how can you stand there and be like, you want to cure your this blood? You want to cure? You want this to be blood?
That detail alone moves us away from ghost monsters and closer to Dracula. So, I just thought it was really interesting that
No, it is.
They tried to explain it by being like, well, blood is like the life force, so they're just seeking life.
Yeah.
They're undead, seeking life. And the fact that like they used blood for fucking everything.
But that's
makes
what I'm saying.
sense.
Like that's so wild.
It's also gross.
But if you believe if it's a life force, like that would make sense.
I guess.
Why they like
kind of like Windex.
What? Wait.
Why? How?
What are you
I'm trying not to involve myself.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know how some people think Windex fixes everything?
Oh,
Like you
from
got a
the
cut,
movie.
put a Windex on it.
From the movie.
You got
Yeah.
a sick, you put a Windex on it.
Yes, okay, now I know
Like
what you're talking about.
Windex.
Isn't that from My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
I just think.
Or is that from...
I think it's just a thing.
No, I'm pretty sure it's from...
It's
I mean,
not-
it might be a
it was
thing, but
probably
it was
in a
from a movie.
Windex.
Look, Jade is telling me I'm correct.
Windex.
I think it was this Greek wedding.
I think it was My Big Fat Greek Wedding because the dad like is like, oh, you got a problem? Here you go. You put this, press it on this. I can't Greek accent.
My Big
That's
Fat
offensive.
Greek Wedding did feature that, but I knew about it before that. So. It's a
Devin knows
thing.
everything. I forgot.
No. Did you guys know? Did you know that the Mega Millions jackpot right now?
Oh my god, she won't stop
is
talking about it.
$740 million. $740 million.
That's a lot of fucking money. That would buy us a new studio, y'all.
And every time I get a ticket, I am so convinced that I'm gonna win.
She really does. She's like, this is the one.
I'm like,
I'm rich right
is
now.
this real? And then I check it, and then I'm like, I'm so confused.
She's like, wait, I didn't win?
what?
What?
So I don't think we'll put that
So
in.
this is what it's
but-
like having Devin in your life.
I can go.
No, did I say it was bad?
Yeah.
I'm just letting them know
Yeah.
what it's like
Yeah.
vicariously.
Vicarious.
Do you want to know about the last one
Oh.
on mine?
There's another one?
There's one more. It's not like a actual person. Whoa.
I wasn't sure what was gonna come out. I wasn't
Okay.
sure if I was gonna burp or cough or throw up, so
I
What?
thought you were going to sneeze, so wasn't any of
Could've
my
been
option. Okay, so the last one I'm going to talk about is, did you know that there's modern day vampirism?
and go.
So, vampirism
That was
of
like
the
no,
modern
and
day.
I would like to know about it, so I just said go.
As of 2015, there are at least 5,000 people who identify in the U.S. as a vampire. Obviously, they're not undead people or violent people. I mean, some probably are because people are people, but not because they're vampire. Anyway, but
But
they do live by like vampire vampire-like behaviors. So, like, they don't go out in the sun, or, like, they stay away from garlic, or drink blood, stuff like that. But also not all self-proclaimed vampires drink blood or have any blood fetishes. So that's interesting. But the ones that do drink blood, they have a specific name. They are called... Do you want to know what they're called?
Maybe.
Do you want to guess?
Is it gross?
I mean, no, it's kind of on point.
Bloodletters.
You are so close. Blood vampires. That's the community that they're called.
Okay.
Blood vampires.
You made it seem like it was something...
I said it was right on the nose.
No,
Did I not say it was right on the nose?
You made it seem like it was going to be something really cool, and then it was just blood vampires.
I said it was right on the nose.
It's really dumb.
Anyway.
Okay.
But there's another name for them, and this is the one that's fucking insane. You ready? I'm gonna try and say it.
Juice box.
Sanguinarians.
No. What does that mean?
So when you sanguinate, means that you bled to death.
Ah.
So like if you die of sanguination, it's bleeding out. And so they're sanguinarians.
Okay. Why do we have to have a word for everything? Why can't it just be bled to death?
So that's that community. There's also other vampire communities that are like psychic and energy vampires.
Energy vampire.
And they feed on the life energy of others.
Yes.
So like being around others, and they like to soak that energy up, which is, I think, is so cute. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm sorry, that sounds so
That's
cute.
not cute. They drain you of all your fucking energy, and then you're depressed and miserable.
Oh, that's not how I took that. I thought it was like a beautiful, like, I get my energy from being around people.
No. Not an extrovert. They literally take your energy away, and then you're fucked.
How?
That's what an energy vampire means.
Well, like, but like,
It's not real.
no, I know, but I'm saying, hold on.
You didn't know the concept. Like, people will call somebody an energy.
I just thought it was like a cute thing, like, oh, well, I feed off of like energy from being around others.
That's really cute. That's very
That's what
cute.
I thought
That's
it meant.
That's so adorable. But energy vampire, basically imagine like...
Yeah.
Okay, remember that person that we talked about, and I can't remember what name we gave them?
Tyler? No.
Paul.
Oh, Paul.
Paul. Okay. So, like Paul. Paul walks into the room. Everybody goes, oh.
Okay, never mind. It's not cute anymore. I don't like that anymore.
I hate it.
Anyway, you're an idiot. Anyway. Most...
What?
Did you say I was an idiot?
No, I said I hate it.
Oh, I thought you said
You're an
idiot.
idiot.
And I was like, you're an idiot.
Fuck you, bitch. Okay, thanks for coming by.
No. So, vampire community. Where did I go?
Where did she go?
Most of the people in the vampire community keep this part of their identity hidden for fear of being misunderstood or stereotyped.
Yeah.
There is a modern day vampire named Murticus. He's... Are you okay? Why did it just happen? Are you good?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mordecus?
Murticus.
Mordecus. You're dumb, Mordecus.
Murticus.
It's a dumb
He
name.
is the founder, well, I think is he, the founder of Atlanta's Vampire Alliance, and he was quoted in The Guardian for saying, "We're people you pass on the street and likely socialize with on a daily basis. We often keep this aspect of our lives secret for fear we'll be misunderstood and to safeguard against reprisal from what society deems taboo." Furthermore, he says, I'm more concerned about family life, the economy, finding a steady donor, and hoping the media doesn't attribute the latest murder to non-existent vampire cults than I am worried about seeking social justice and acceptance for my identity.
I mean, that's kind of valid.
And I was like, that's honestly kind of valid.
Go off. I used to write vampire fan fiction.
I knew you were going to say that. I figured you did.
One of my stories, I guess one of the ones I read too, was
woo-woo.
About it's really embarrassing.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, so there was this really pretty girl, of course. She's like a really pretty teenage girl.
Yes.
And then like the tradition was that when a vampire boy comes of age, he gets like a girl slave, basically.
Yeah.
To drink the blood of, basically. Yeah. And so I can't remember.
That sounds like a real book, dude.
Basically, like the girl was like waiting for the bus or something, and then this like really hot man, really hot, which is the guy's dad.
Oh my god.
The vampire's dad.
Yeah.
It was like at the bus stop, and they had like a short conversation, and then later that night she gets kidnapped because he was like seeing if she was a good fit, basically.
Oh my god.
And then she gets kidnapped, and then the boy, of course, like it's like a love-hate thing. So in the beginning,
enemies to lovers. Oh, it's
so
my
in the beginning,
favorite trope.
She like really doesn't like him and stuff, and he seems awful. But then it turns out that he's like being abused, and he doesn't like this life, and la la la.
Bitch, that's a fucking book, and you need to like, write it so I can read it.
And
now
she like surrenders
right
to
now
him and lets him drink her blood.
So you're writing this. That's your homework.
Okay.
Thank you. That's really good, Devin.
Thanks. I honestly can't remember if I wrote it or if I read it, so that's the ADHD in me.
Well,
okay, bye guys.
That's a great place to stop.
We're gonna stop. I don't know if I wrote it or read it, or if I did a little bit of both.
Yeah. Well, I like it.
Thanks.
And yeah, that's vampires. That's what we do on vampires.
Don't steal my idea.
Or don't. And
Or
don't. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And make sure that you
just kidding.
Make sure that you go and check out our merch shop, which is on Functional Chaos Merch /etsy.com. Yes, she's gonna fucking throw her bra. No. And then after you look at our merch shop, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to our Instagram and our YouTube page, and you're gonna go to Functional Chaos Podcast. You're going to subscribe, okay? And you are going to follow. Then you're gonna go to TikTok, and you're gonna follow us at functional.chaos.podcast. Then go to our individual Instagrams at Kaylee_4_you, Dev_4_you with 2 U's, and at Jade_4_you_, even though she's not here, but you better follow her because we love her. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and this is Functional Chaos. Bye.
Send Jade money on her Cash App. Do it.
No one's gonna do that.
That would be hot. What if they did?
I'd be shocked and rude.
Also, me too.